What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Harsh Truth Podcast. And today I got an interesting video because I've been hearing a lot of shit lately about Tom Brady and, him being a cheater and how the Patriots' success is all based on lies and cheating, coming down to Deflategate or fucking Spygate or whatever else you want to call it. I've just been hearing a bunch of shit now since Super Bowl 51 is right around the corner. I've been hearing it for the past 2 weeks. Everybody coming up with every excuse in the friggin' book about the Patriots. And it just seems like right now it's the whole entire world against the Patriots. Because, I've been watching it on every friggin' sports show you can think of. I was watching it last night. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings with some friends. It was my birthday party, so we went out and had some drinks last night, and I was watching on the TV, and they had their Super Bowl predictions and all that other stuff, and they had Deion Sanders on there, Terrell Owens, T.I., and all these other guys giving their predictions and shit like that. Like, obviously, Deion Sanders is going to pick the Atlanta Falcons. The guy had a lot of success there, and he did really well with that team. So, of course, he's going to pick the Atlanta Falcons. T.I., who gives a fuck what T.I. thinks? He's a rapper. Do you think I give a fuck or anybody else gives a fuck on what he thinks? Obviously, he picked the Falcons, too. Terrell Owens, I think he picked the Falcons as well. Like, I don't understand this, right? Now, the same can be said about a lot of teams and a lot of fans. I get that, okay? But let's talk about bandwagoner fans. All right, the Atlanta Falcons fans are probably one of the worst fan bases that I personally have ever seen, okay? They really haven't supported their team when they sucked or they were failing or they came up short. Where were they? Now all of a sudden it's like rise up and all this other fucking shit now that they're like making it into the Super Bowl, okay? I feel pretty damn confident that the Patriots are going to go in there and they're going to win. Do I think the Patriots are going to blow them out? No. Do I think it's going to be a close game? Yes. But in the end, I feel like the Patriots are still going to come out on top because Tom Brady's experience in the postseason, the experience he has in the Super Bowls, he's been in those situations before. Let's just put it this way. 2 years ago when we played the Seattle Seahawks, Brady had his back against the wall. He had like the greatest fourth quarter performance of any quarterback ever, okay, and was able to come back in that game and take the lead. Now, granted, at the end of that game, that goal line interception by Butler, Pete Carroll made the worst NFL call in the NFL history in a Super Bowl or any fucking game at all in general, okay? That was like the worst call ever. When you have Marshawn Lynch and you're on the fucking goal line and you decide to throw it, who in the fuck does that? Anyways, and then, I think that was a big reason why Marshawn Lynch decided to retire. I do. Some people say, no, I don't think that's true, but I really think that, in a way, that had a big part of why he decided to retire, because look what happened. You got a guy like that. That guy is a fucking beast. Nobody can deny that shit. Very talented player. Probably one of the best running backs ever, okay? He just destroyed it out there. You got that guy, you're on the goal line. You're on the fucking goal line. No, you know why they did that? Because they wanted Russell Wilson to be the fucking hero, the MVP. And look what happened. It cost you the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter how you slice it. The Patriots still came out on top, and that was number 4. Now, getting back on topic, talking about this year. Now, what I want to do is, and what I have up on the screen is 2016 stats, like regular season stats. Okay, I'm just going to be comparing Matt Ryan to Tom Brady. I know there's a big difference there, but I still just kind of want to break it down. And then I'm going to talk about like overall career stats, and then talk about a few other things too. Okay. First, before we do that, I want to get into the Falcons' defense compared to the Patriots' defense. All right? The Patriots definitely have a better defense than the Falcons do. The Falcons have like a mediocre defense, if you even want to call it that. Okay? And I think that's what's going to be a huge factor in this game because we all know that defense wins championships. Okay, going back to Seattle Seahawks, the Legion of Boom, especially that year when we played them, their defense was amazing. When they played, that was probably the most embarrassing fucking Super Bowl I've ever seen against the Denver fucking Broncos. That was like a fucking joke. Laughable. Absolutely terrible. Worst thing I've ever fucking seen besides the Panthers last year. Give me a fucking break. Okay? But, it's ridiculous. Their defense was amazing, and that won a championship for them. Denver Broncos defense was hitting on all fucking cylinders last year, and they won the championship. Their offense wasn't that great, but the defense did all the work, and that really is what it comes down to. And the reason why I'm comparing them is because, like I said, Falcons defense, mediocre. The Patriots have a very good defense. They held teams, they were like, first or second in points allowed or something like that in the league during the regular season. That compared to the Falcons defense, there's no question about it. Not only that, but we have a decent offense as well. With Hogan, Edelman, we got Bennett, we got White, you got all these guys. It's very versatile. You got Lewis. So I think that's going to help us in the long run because we have so many different people to go to. But the problem is the Falcons have an amazing offense as well. Julio Jones, probably one of the best wide receivers in the league, if not the best in a long time. All right. Not only that, but they have a bunch of other people too. Sanu, all those guys. But the defense, I think, is what's going to make the difference, all the difference in this game. That's what it's going to come down to. I don't think that the Falcons are going to put as many points on the Patriots as they have all these other teams. And let's face it, in my opinion, the game against the Packers was kind of pathetic. Okay, they played a team against they played the Packers, a team that was like injury ridden, that had no receivers. The team was just completely beat to hell and just out of gas. All right, and they were still able to score 21 points in that game. So that's what I mean. The defense is not that great. I think if Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Rodgers had been 100% in that game, I honestly think that the Falcons probably wouldn't have got past Green Bay. But that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. That's why we all have our fucking opinions. They're like assholes and everybody's got one. I just feel like if Green Bay was 100% and they had all their receivers and they had everybody in that game, it would have been a different outcome. All right? It would have been a different outcome. Now, getting into the stats for this year. Brady versus Matt Ryan. Okay, you look. I have it on the screen right here. Matt Ryan's regular season stats for this year for 2016. He's got 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions for 4,944 yards, and his overall rating is 117.1. Not bad, not bad at all. That's great actually. And if he does get the MVP, I think he deserves it. And that's coming from a full-blooded fucking Patriots fan, okay? But at least I know that I can, I know when credit's due. You have to know when to give credit when credit is due. And I can do that. Now let's look at Tom Brady's. Let me just switch over here. Here we go. Tom Brady's 2016 regular season stats. He's got 28 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions for 3,554 yards with an overall rating of 112.2. Now, take into account that Brady had been suspended for the first 4 games. First 2 games, Garoppolo played. We won. The third, Garoppolo gets hurt on the second game. Sorry, let me forget that. Then our third string quarterback comes in, Jacoby Brissett. Gives us a shutout performance against the Houston Texans, which is one of the number 1 defenses in the league. The fourth game, Jacoby Brissett, we lose 16-0, I believe, right, against the Bills. Whatever. 3-1 is probably the best outcome. I don't think any of us really expected it to be that good. I thought maybe like 2-2 or something like that. But 3-1's pretty damn decent. Brady comes in after being out the first 4 games, goes 11-1. That to me definitely puts him in a position for the MVP. That's just my opinion, again. Especially with 28 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions. That's it. All right? That's a fucking phenomenal year in my opinion. So, overall, both these quarterbacks have had a great season. The 2016 season's been amazing for both of them. Now I want to talk about their overall career stats, which, you obviously really can't compare. But let's just go. I just want to show you guys. You probably already know anyways, but let's just take a look at it. Just going to go over a couple of them. His overall career yards, passing yards or whatever, or yards in total, 61,582 for Tom Brady. All right. And he's got 456 touchdowns, which is 4th on the all-time touchdown list, which we all know that Manning, Peyton Manning, is number 1 on that list. Who was on there? Yeah, Drew Brees, I think, is number 3. And then number 4 is Brady, and then I can't remember who's in second. I can't remember. Actually, you know what? Let me look that up real quick, because I know... Let's see. Most touchdowns. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see right here. See if I even put it in right. List. Here we go. Passing touchdowns. Get the list right here. And I know I'm 100% sure. Yep, I was right. All right, so Peyton Manning is in first with 539 touchdowns. Then you got Brett Favre is in second. That's who I couldn't remember. 508 touchdowns. Drew Brees is in third. I knew he was on there. 465 touchdowns. And then Tom Brady's in fourth with 456. And then Dan Marino's right below that at 420. Okay, then you got Eli Manning's in seventh, the top 10. 10 is John Elway. He's got 300. That's pretty damn good, man. I really think, to be 4th overall in general, is really pretty damn good in my opinion. So now we want to go back to Matt Ryan's stats. For his overall career, he has 37,000 passing yards or yards in total. 37,701. And then he has, 240 touchdowns? Yeah, 240 touchdowns in his career. This year has been amazing for that guy. Okay, he definitely deserves the MVP. I think Brady deserves the MVP, but I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, because tomorrow's the big fucking day. So this is when everything is laid out on the line. It's either make it or break it. I want to give you my predictions for tomorrow, the score, and all that. Some people think it's going to be a shootout and it's going to be like score. Maybe it could be, but I really don't think so. I think for some reason that it's going to be a lot closer than everybody thinks. I think it's going to be a lower score because let's put it this way. You got one team on one side that's never won a Super Bowl, the Falcons. First time. The Patriots are looking to make history. Brady's looking to make history for his 5th ring. Okay, which will undoubtedly make him the best of all time. He's going to pass Montana, all that shit. So all those arguments about that will no longer be valid. It's over. This is going to cement his legacy. Patriots are coming out on top tomorrow. They're going to cover that 3-point spread because they're favored by 3 points. I think they're going to cover it, and I think they're going to probably win by 3 points. It's probably going to be by a field goal. Gostkowski is going to kick that game-winning field goal. I think the ending score is going to be... Now I'm kind of doubting. I'm kind of second-guessing myself. I am second-guessing myself. I'm going to say 28. 28 to... You know what? I'm going past. I think they're going to beat them by more than 3 points. You know what? I'm going to say 28-21. You're probably sitting there watching this video. This guy doesn't even fucking know what he wants to go for a score. You know what? I've been thinking about it for the past couple days. I think it's going to be 7 points. I think it's going to be by a touchdown. Fuck the field goal. You know what? I changed my mind. I think the Patriots are winning it by a touchdown. And yes, I said 21-28. You know why I said that? Because like I said, it's going to be a closer game than everybody thinks. It's not going to be that much of a shootout like you might think so. Bill Belichick, one of the best coaches, the best coach in history. I'm sorry. But he is. It just doesn't lie. His resume does not lie. He's going to come up with a formula to shut down the Atlanta Falcons offense. They're going to get some points on the board. But he's not going to allow all that bullshit. Julio Jones is going to get shut down, double covered. But every other team makes that same mistake. They double cover Julio Jones, and there's a bunch of other people that Ryan has to go to. But don't you worry about that, because Belichick's got something for that shit. Don't you worry. Plus, they were playing teams that, didn't really have that great a defense. Patriots are going to be on top of that shit. Don't you worry about that. Anyways, what are your Super Bowl 51 predictions? Are you a Falcons fan? Patriots fan? What do you think the score is going to be? Put that in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, I'm still getting used to being in front of the camera, so this is kind of new to me. So bear with me on that. I will get better as time goes by. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave it down below. But subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave a like on the video. And leave your thoughts below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.